And from near Southside Chicago, I'm Blake Suniga, joined by Brian Banafatemi and Tim Swartz, and we're ready for some hoops.
Now a chance to check out our starting lineups.
And the 2024 rookie class, absolutely loaded. But what is your favorite pick from that draft?
I'm going second overall with Cameron Brink. She's just a force, an elite shot blocker, maybe one of the best shot blockers in the league from day one. That defense is special. Plus, she's got a great offensive game.
And I'm going with the easy answer, Caitlin Clark. Her presence is already changing this league, both on and off the floor.
Now here's Collier. Clock at 4. Pass to Williams. Puts up a 3.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
Vandersloot outside. Out to Atkins. Nurse. She's guarded by Williams.
Now here's Cardoso.
She's covered closely. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Reese. And the layup falls.
Heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the fast break.
That's rapid-fire basketball at its best.
Showtime.
Now here's Smith. Here's Collier. Rebounded by Kia Nurse. Pass to Vandersloot. Back to Nurse. Three-pointer. Minnesota grabs the miss. Here's McBride. And she banks in the layup.
Well, this is the confidence that McBride has in herself. She understands how to carve through defenses with her ball handling.
Pass to Nurse. To the paint. And stolen by Napheesa Collier. And they pick up 2.
Good password. The assist was right on target.
Now here's Vandersloot. She's guarded by Williams. Really left alone that time.
With an unwavering work ethic, Atkins has just about mastered the 3-ball.
Pass to Carlton. And it's Nurse with the rebound. Chicago leading.
And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
On offense, here the Sky. Pass to Nurse.
Cardoso.
Back to Nurse. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Courtney Vandersloot for 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
If you poll WNBA coaches, Vandersloot might be the top choice to ball handle in the pick and roll. Great handles and decision making.
Now Collier. She gets it in there.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Nurse. Looking for her first basket still in this one.
And given all the success she's had in her career, Ariel Atkins definitely deserves more recognition.
She's a champion, a gold medalist, an all-star, and the first player in WNBA history to make an all-defensive team in each of their first 5 seasons. Put some respect on her name.
And how about Chicago in that 24 draft, taking Angel Reese 7th overall?
We're talking about a player who averaged a double-double her last 3 years in college. But maybe most importantly for the Sky, Reese brings attitude, leadership, and gives them an identity.
Now it's Reese.
Misses from short range. Here's Carlton. And it's Minnesota scoring again.
And you got to give credit to Collier for the find. Her 6'2" height allows her to have a clean view of the court, doesn't miss open teammates.
Here's Nurse.
Picked by Reese.
There's the triple, and it's Kia Nurse with the trifecta.
But for the defense, They got to talk to each other. Clearly in air, not getting out there on her three-point attempt.
Right outside. Screen by Smith. From outside the arc. And it's Nurse with the rebound. And it's the sky ball. To the middle. Back to Atkins. Pass to Nurse. Nurse with the screen. Vandersloot. She's guarded by Williams. Here's Reese. That's good. And so Courtney Vandersloot gets the assist.
This has been a thriller. You can't say enough about the way these teams have battled each other.
All signs point to this thing going all the way down to the wire. I'd be shocked if it ended any other way, Tim.
I'd certainly take that, Brian.
She presents a defender with a serious challenge, pretty much always.
And here's Ariel Atkins outside.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
And so it's Chicago with it. Vandersloot outside. And at 6'7", the strength and size of Camila Cardoso, so tough to handle.
Well, she puts that frame to work, doesn't she? She's a force inside and a very exciting young player.
Founded back in 2021, the Commissioner's Cup has been an awesome addition to the WNBA season, Brian.
Oh, we all have loved it. It brings extra excitement to the schedule. So much so that the NBA adopted their own version of it.
Yeah, man, it's been great in the NBA. And what I love about it, we get a final way before the final. So you get a taste of postseason pressure a lot earlier.
Now here's Atkins. He has 5. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets the 3-second call. Here's Williams. Smith outside. Down low. With the fadeaway. Banham with the rebound.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Now it's Reese. Here's Cardoso. Chicago again missing. Now here's Williams. She's tightly guarded. Pass to Collier. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Smith. Launches a 3. Gets that one to fall after missing her first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Not the tightest D right there. She'll punish you if she gets the chance. That three-point shot is her bread and butter.
Now it's Reese. Collier with it. She's picked up by Reese. Count it.
How about that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
Pass to Reese. Here's Banham. Atkins with it. Now Banham. Looking to end the run. Chicago again missing. Here's Heidemann. Reese defending. Inside. Collier. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and she'll shoot one more at the line. When it comes to defensive prowess, there's not too many players that can impact a game like Napheesa Collier.
It gets overlooked sometimes because of her offense, but Napheesa is outstanding on defense. She's the kind of player that opposing coaches have to game plan for at both ends.
As a big, sometimes your height is a huge help passing-wise. It allows players like Williams to get a clear view of open players.
Now here's Miller. Collier inside. Reese defending. Collier gets the bucket.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
Now Banham. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Neither team can miss early on. I don't know how long they can keep this up.
Offensively, at least, neither team's done jack on D yet.
That's fine with me.
Here's Heidemann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her.
The ability to catch and shoot comes down to quick decision making. And I think Collier has a pretty good grasp of that.
Now here's Nurse. From past the arc,
And again, it's Chicago with a three.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here. She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
Nurse with it. She's guarded by Samuelson. Pass to Banham. Williams the screen. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
Heidemann, covered by Collier. Pass to Banham. Now here's Williams. Goes back up. Now Onion Wade. The three-pointer, no good. We've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Lynx ahead. They're up by... And the first quarter in the books, second about to get underway. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
It's been a well-oiled machine on offense for them so far.
And they've kept the ball moving and their opponents chasing it. You know, it's kind of like a dog chasing their tail, just can't get enough. That's how they've piled up the points.
The Lynx leading. Collier outside. Heidemann. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now here's Allen, covered by Collier. To the inside. Nurse with the bucket.
It's good seeing Nurse capitalize inside. These types of shots help get her into a groove.
Outside Miller. Collier outside. Offensive rebound. Shepard, good. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Nurse outside. Allen, covered by Collier. Banham, no good. Now the Lynx with it. 7-point differential. Here's Heidemann. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Shepard, down low. Collier. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
And watch out. Once Collier finds her rhythm, she's lethal. Have to appreciate her aggressive attitude.
Pass to Nurse. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Well, you know, she's just going to keep bearing those. If that's how the D is going to play her, they've got to be better. They've got to be closer in.
They swipe it. Pass break Chicago. The shot that time not on target. Nafisa Collier with some nice D. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into this second quarter. Rebound Chicago. Nurse outside.
And this is the first year that we have the reset timeout. So, Tim, why don't you give us the lowdown?
Oh, thanks for asking, Blake. Well, you get to advance the ball to half court. However, unlike a regular timeout, you cannot huddle up on the sidelines.
And I'll add, you only get one, and you can only use them in the final 2 minutes of a game. So you have to use them strategically.
Up top, Miller. Pass to Heidemann. And that's a foul called on Allen. That's her first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here's McBride. She has 7. Here's Smith. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
A team-oriented leader with a passion for making others better. McBride is simply a fantastic teammate.
Outside Williams. Back to Jefferson. Just 4 to shoot. And once again off the mark by Chicago. High arcing shot. Left side Williams. He Hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Oh, if you want to be a scoring guard like Williams, it helps tremendously when you can hit mid-range jumpers.
Pass to Allen. Picked by WNBA. Over Smith. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Shepard. Shepard, the screen. Unloads. And the basket by McBride.
Beautifully crafted for maximum efficiency. McBride's a natural playmaker.
Here's Allen. The three-pointer off the mark. And they're running. Jacks up a three. McBride misses. Chicago trailing here. Now Banner. She's got 5. Lets it go from deep. Shepard pulls it in.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
And one thing about this Chicago team, they play hard, they play with effort.
They have such a great mindset. It's a tough one. They don't give up anything easily. And that starts with their young bigs. They set the tone. If you're going to play this Sky team, you are in for a battle.
Up top, Allen. McBride covering. Pass to Williams. Here's Allen. Shot clock at 6.
And in 2023, Minnesota finished as the 6th seed with a record of 19-21.
Well, Minnesota missed the playoffs in 2022, which ended their 11-year postseason streak. But they regrouped, and in 2023, they took the Sun the full 3 games in the first round, almost pulling off the huge upset. But what was most important was getting back to the postseason.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And this Minnesota franchise is built around their star, Napheesa Collier.
Well, you think about 2022, Collier played just 4 games. In the Lynx, they missed the playoffs. Last year, Collier took her game to another level, a first-team All-WNBA selection.
And here's Ariel Atkins outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
What an alert play. Just a great job of hitting her teammate on the move.
Jefferson outside. Back to Atkins. Allen sets a screen. From the arc. And again, it's the Sky from deep.
It's just cool to see Atkins have fun playing the game. And I love how she brings great character and personality to her team.
Back to Collier. Inside.
Stolen by Camila Cardoso.
Fast break Chicago. Allen's shot is off.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
And the basket by Collier.
Pulling up on a defender comes down to confidence. And Collier believes in her ability to beat any opponent.
Here's Jefferson. And again, it's the Sky from deep.
I'm not the biggest fan of that shot, but guess what? She had the space to get it off, so why not?
Pass to Shepard. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Courtney Williams for 3. The three-pointer is on target.
You have to run at shooters like Williams. Can't let them catching fire. She'll eat you alive.
Outside Reese.
Atkins. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the middle. She can't get that one to fall.
Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso. Back to Reese.
Pass to WNBA. Here's Atkins. Clock at 6. Vandersloot outside. Here's Onion Wade. Knocks down the 3-ball.
You go back to her college days. Onion Wade has put a lot of work into her three-point shot, and we're seeing the results.
Smith outside. To the paint. Here's Collier. And nice D from Angel Reese. Vandersloot outside. And here's Ariel Atkins outside. And again, it's the sky from deep.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, will outwork Ariel Atkins. She's passionate about the game and genuinely wants to do well.
Outside Reese.
Vandersloot, no good. And here are the Lynx now.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Smith.
2 minutes.
Pass to Williams. Now Carlton. Onion Wade covering. The jump hook. Kept alive. Now here's Collier. Over Atkins. Collier gets the bucket.
A do-it-all player. Inside, outside. Collier can score from anywhere on the floor.
Vandersloot outside. Lays it up and banks it in.
So talented. She can make plays like that in her sleep, guys.
Smith outside. Pass to Williams. And here's Carlton. Onion Wade covering. Carlton, the shot is off. Now here's Vandersloot. Guarded closely. Now here's Cardoso. Covered by Smith. Pass to Onion Wade. And here is Vandersloot. Nailed from three-point land.
If Vandersloot gets a look she likes, she lets it rip. I love her quick decision-making.
Smith outside. Collier. It's good.
Lisa Collier. The assist, Alana Smith.
Atkins with it. She's got 14. One second left. An amazing shot to just barely beat the buzzer.
Blake, that is as big a shot as you're ever going to see.
You ever hit a shot that big, Tim? Look, she was calling for the ball and was just dying to take that shot.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Sky out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
They're measuring up the shot.
Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. And, you know, Collier has been really making it happen, guys.
I know we've said it about a million times already, but I'll say it again. She's had a great half, scored a lot of points.
And in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half she had. She can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Chicago leading.
So much excitement around this rookie class, including 6'3" Angel Reese. Good luck keeping her off the boards.
Lots of people excited about Angel Reese. We don't normally see rookies come into the league with elite skill, but Reese already might be the best rebounder in the entire league. She set a college record with 34 double-doubles in a single season, winning a national title that year as well, back in 2023.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
A steady shooter from beyond the arc. Collier's presence on the floor helps space it. A big asset for this team.
Outside Atkins.
Picked by Reese.
Just 5 on the clock. With some arc. And it's Collier with the rebound. McBride with the ball. Vandersloot covering. Yep, that one goes.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
Cardoso up top.
Pass to Atkins. with it.
Reese, covered by Collier. Offensive board. And a basket by Cardoso.
Man, they have got to put a body on her because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
And she'll shoot free throws. Nearly fouled on the shot that time. The whistle blows.
One thing about Nafisa Collier, she's great at many things. She's not a specialist. She's well-rounded.
Well, how about this? I mean, she's been top 10 in the league in scoring, rebounding, steals, blocks. I mean, that's 4 of the 5 major food groups. She gives you everything at a high level.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over. And we're well into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Atkins, just 5 to shoot. Here's Kia Nurse from the arc. Drills it from outside.
When Nurse is dialed in, she can easily hit from beyond the arc. She finds her spot and sinks it.
Pass to McBride. The screen by Collier. Outside Williams. Shoots over Vandersloot. And the Lynx miss again. Chicago with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. It's good.
Running out on the break, few players as fast as Williams. Great option to finish in transition.
Pass to Nurse.
Now here's Cardoso.
And here's Ariel Atkins outside. And again, it's the Sky from deep.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's McBride. And she gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
A shooter who doesn't really need much space to be effective, McBride has a quick and accurate release.
And that one's good. Atkins.
I love it. Keep shooting. As the threes keep dropping for her, she'll keep shooting, keep shooting.
As she should. Look, when you're having the kind of day she's having from long range, why not just keep firing it?
And a foul called on Vandersloot. That's foul number 2 for her. And here are the Lynx now. Trailing by 4. Screen by Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Williams can't get it to go. Pass to Vandersloot. Back to Nurse. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the official signals a jump ball there. Right outside. To the inside. Up top, Williams. Smith. Down low. Here's Collier. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, when you talk about Courtney Williams, her versatility is what stands out the most.
Yeah, she doesn't dominate any individual statistic per se, but she does well in pretty much every category, which is what makes her such a valuable part of this team.
Atkins, McBride covering. Clock at 6. It's Kia Nurse on the wing. Vandersloot fires for 3. Shepard pulls it in. And even 3-on-3 break. And Williams gets it to go.
The defense scattered all over the place in the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Nurse outside. Outside Atkins. And she can't bank that one in.
That's the shot she had to take.
No question. The decision was good, just didn't execute.
Pass to Williams.
Shepard with it, covered by Cardoso.
To the middle.
And Tim, we know success isn't always linear. Just look at Alana Smith. She's a perfect example of that. Took her a few years to claim her spot in the league.
Well, she was a top 10 pick back in 2019. She shot under 20% as a rookie. Atlanta was out of the league, but she had a great 2023. The Australian finishing third in most improved player voting, and she has really got a spot in the league now.
Pass to Banham.
Screen by Cardoso.
And foul called as she misses. And she's going to shoot 2 free throws.
And it's going to go on Alana Smith.
That's her first trip to the line. And the second free throw, good.
Well, they should be in front right now, but she'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty.
Pass to Shepard. Here's Collier, defended by Nurse. And it's Collier missing. Chicago with the ball. Here's Allen. Gets the bucket and the foul.
And it's going to go on Alana Smith.
They worked it in nicely right there.
The Sky making a switch here. This is her second trip to the free throw line in this one. Pass to Collier. Now McBride. That one is good again. She is 6 for 8 from the floor with that basket.
The catalyst of the team, McBride is dependent on for buckets, and I'll tell you, she usually delivers.
6 to shoot. Pass to Allen for 3. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Inside, and the Lynx pushing it up now. And good that time.
She's a very strong finisher on the fast break.
And always in control, even at full speed like that.
So impressive.
Here's Allen. And once again off the mark by Chicago. Collier outside. Outside Williams. Pass to McBride. Bangs home the trifecta.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything to her.
Can they get it? She gets that one.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Pass to Shepard. Collier. It's hauled in by Reese. Here's Banham. She has 6. And it's off from three-point range. Here's McBride. Takes it out to Collier. Williams. Shepard the screen. 5 on the clock. Here's Collier. Rebound Chicago.
This has not been a quarter to remember for her.
I mean, what's going on right now? What is this? She's not making any sort of impact for them at that end of the court.
Banham, no good.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
Collier. And the layup's good off the glass.
And the ball movement by Williams. Excellent at finding her teammates in spots where they can score.
To the inside. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Beautiful dish down low.
The Lynx with the lead. Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
After a fantastic rookie season, Mariah Jefferson has bounced from team to team.
She finished second in the Rookie of the Year voting back in 2016, but since then, she's played for about half the league.
Here's Shepard. Buries it down low.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Williams sets the screen.
And that's a foul called on Peely.
That is her first foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the D.
But I don't have a problem with the call, Tim. She looked like she was still sliding in there.
Jefferson outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Shepard. Rebound by the Lynx.
Well, she rushed that one. The D was out of position, but she couldn't make them pay.
Collier outside.
Over on Wade. Collier can't get it to go.
The Sky trail. Jefferson outside. Pass to Allen. Here's Williams. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Lynx ahead, leading by 5. And after a quick break, we've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. Fourth quarter action getting started.
And here's Heidemann. Healy with the screen.
Banham with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Let's go with a 3. It's good from long range.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Right outside.
Offensive rebound. And shots good by Peely.
The Decot caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Here's Allen. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
I mean, the only explanation is someone must have gotten their signals crossed if he winds up that wide open in three-point range. Now, I'm sure that was not the plan.
Pass to Heidemann. 6 on the shot clock.
Shepard the screen. Heidemann no good.
A basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a pretty long time coming.
Jefferson.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
But despite being one of the shortest players in the league, Jefferson plays with a lot of heart.
Pass to Heidemann. Down low.
And shots good by Peely.
Now Banham. Here's Allen. Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. And there the Sky with another bucket.
He was fortunate that that shot found the bottom of the bucket.
Back to McBride. Pass to Shepard.
Healy with the screen.
Pulls up, high post. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Slashing her way inside. I really like to see Shepard go in strong and get the whistle.
Here's Banham. McBride covering. Pass to Allen. Jefferson outside. From deep. Shepard pulls it in. So the Lynx now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
It's Diamond Miller on the wing.
And here's Kayla McBride from the arc.
The basket is good. The assist from Diamond Miller.
Can score from anywhere on the court, and McBride has really taken on that alpha personality type.
Allen's shot is off. Pass to McBride. Beyond the arc. Chicago with the rebound.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open, and maybe that's why she missed.
And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
First team foul.
That free throw, no good. She hits the second from the line. The Lynx leading. Outside Miller. Back to Williams. Pass to McBride. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray.
She draws so much attention. Williams can find others for easy buckets. Good dish.
Now it's Reese. Picked by Reese.
Here's Vandersloot. And the call is going to be, an illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Pass to McBride. Shepard, the screen. To the paint. It's in, and she's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
With strong court vision and awareness, McBride is able to read defenses and find the open teammate.
From downtown, Miller grabs the miss. Now the Lynx with it. They're leading by 8. Pass to Williams. Shoots over Vandersloot. She clangs that one off the back iron and it falls.
They're doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
Yeah, and that's the key right there, consistency. They'll stay in control of this game if they stick with the game plan and don't waste possession.
Absolutely.
Back to Reese. Shot clock at 5. No good again that time. Now the Lynx with it. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. Now here's Peely. Vandersloot defending. And it's Peely missing. Pass to Vandersloot. Shot from 12. The shot good on the assist by Ariel Atkins.
Well, this part of the court, Vandersloot loves it. She isn't afraid to put it in from the mid-range.
Here's McBride. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
They've been able to depend on her offense all game, guys. She's just not wasting any chances, any shots she's had.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the ball game, I got an idea. Just keep getting her the basketball.
Fires it. Out to Atkins. Banham. McBride covering. Here's Banham. Here's the 3. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space from beyond the arc.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over. The Lynx making a switch here. Outside Williams. Pass to McBride. Smith. Clock at 6. For 3, and Afisa Collier cans it from downtown.
Love the versatility in the pick and roll. Collier can either set the screen or work off the screen.
Nurse outside. Atkins. It's hauled in by Smith. And here's Carlton. Smith, covered by Cardoso. Pass to Collier. Back to Smith. And here's McBride. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Vandersloot. She's guarded closely. Nurse. Ariel Atkins on the wing. Picked by Reese. And here's Ariel Atkins outside. Here's Cardoso. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
Second team foul.
And it's going to go on Alana Smith.
And she can't hit the second. And here are the Lynx now. Pass to Collier. Rebound Chicago. Now here is Atkins. Makes it off the glass.
And you see the grit of Atkins there. You simply cannot quantify how hard she plays.
Here's Collier, and she makes good on the layup.
Well, she's been reliable again today. They need her points, and she's providing them.
Outside Atkins. Gets it to go from downtown.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
From 13, and she gets it to go.
Love Collier's discipline on offense. Looks for a shot she likes and dedicates to it.
Atkins with it. The three. Rebounded by Nafisa Collier. Now here's Williams. Vandersloot defending. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of players.
No fear, Williams is normally the smallest player on the floor, but she can operate down low with her toughness.
Ariel Atkins on the wing. McBride covering. They get it back. Outside Atkins.
Picked by Reese.
Off the mark there with the three.
Right now, she needs to find another way to contribute besides shooting the basketball because she can't get anything to bounce her way this quarter.
Pass to McBride. Now Carlton. Defended by Nurse. 3 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. Here's Collier. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Just so active on the boards. Collier with the effort points. They're almost a bonus points for this team.
Now here's Williams. Vandersloot defending. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them, and this building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them a chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's a wrap, everyone.